Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Lynk's League, where I'm in a league of my own. And in this gameplay, I am playing Orianna, the clockwork something of another. That's pretty much it. So, I'm playing against one of my mortal enemies in the mid lane, Gragas. He literally is the bane of my existence. My existence in mid lane. And this isn't a pretty game, I'll just leave it at that. Although we do have a Jaximus as our top laner. We have a Warwick Davis as our jungler. We have a Morgana as our support, those are rare. We have a Caitlyn as our AD carry, that's rare. And we have me as the mid, with my little ball up as a ward. So on their team, we actually have something funny about to happen. Let's see. Yeah. Anyway, they have a Shyvana jungle, a Gragas mid, a Lulu support, a Kha'Zix top, and an Ezreal bottom. And that is that. Directed camera? Really? I don't know. Flame directed camera. So I don't think there's much left to do except zoom out, focus on me, and hit plus 2 times. As we'll just see them quickly running through here. There we go. So, yet again, bane of my existence. His name is Gragas. And he's not even in lane yet, so that's good for me. I mean, I've already got like, what, 3 CS? 4 CS? I have 4. Cool, I'm beating everyone except the other jungler. That must mean I'm good at League, right? 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 Anyway, we already see a level 2 gank about to happen. There's the burnout, and will Shyvana actually manage to do some damage? There is a tap, if anything, and Jax gets away with maybe 90 damage, and he returns more. That's great. So, laning comps. Top lane looks like Jax is going to win, since most of Kha'Zix's abilities are rather interesting, to say the least, and by that I mean until he reaches level 3, where he's going to actually get his abilities. Most of his damage comes from basic attacks, after you use his initial Q. And this Jax seems to know what he's doing. Does he have any penetration runes? It seems like he should. Oh, yeah. He totally does. People that run penetration runes, I've never quite understood. Trading off ignites. Let's see what Kha'Zix gets to. 35. Nice. So we're going to go back to mid, so we can see the bane of my existence slowly whittling me down and staying at full health with that 96 attack damage at such a low level. I mean, really, if you're going to give that to him, give it to Kassadin too, because Kassadin has to melee. And also give it to Diana, she has to melee. I mean, really. Be fair. Yeah, there's me wasting my shield. Let's see. There's not really much to talk about except the fact that I'm essentially worthless until I get some AP. Although Warwick is coming into gank on the Gragas. Will we see anything? There's the buff to the speed. He's able to get away with little to no issues. We have up top yet again quite a standoff. There's the Jax about to get hit by... Never mind. She's apparently not that good. Warwick, on the other hand, on his way up to help. And there's the roar. But the Kha'Zix is going in. Will Jax retaliate? He will. Gets the stun, and he grabs the first blood as the Shyvana comes in to wreck him. But the Warwick grabs the kill right away from her. Well, grabs a kill. So it's a 2 for 1. Now, me already having issues in mid lane. Gonna direct the camera back down to them in a second. But me already having some issues in mid lane with going up against Gragas. But, as you'll see, I already have him out CS'd because he's been wasting too much mana trying to hurt me. Anyway, we're going to focus down here at bot lane, which right now we don't see much. We just see them picking at the Lulu. And the double stun combo from these two, I honestly like Tarek's combo better. Although hers has much longer range and a longer stun. It only works if your Caitlyn is good enough, and if you don't have something like Polymorph to stop you from doing damage. Although we are going to go back to mid, because Gragas is running for his life from Warwick as he double backs to his turret. But we are able to do quite a bit of damage and pop his flash. Although Warwick does go in, I'm going to try my best, give him my ball so he can get that extra defense and try and retaliate to keep him safe. There's Gragas wasting a barrel as he does a happy jig and returns back to base while I'm out here stuck CSing against a Shyvana. Now, I actually can outlast Gragas. Why? Because he bought a Doran's Ring. And also he went back and bought a second Doran's Ring. So he's here for damage, and he's here hoping that his mana sustain will be enough to sustain him for the whole game. Although this Shyvana does get very ballsy and tries attacking me, and I don't blame her for it. She really can be able to bully you a lot. And I have no mana, so there's no reason not to. But Warwick is on his way in. Will we see any action? We will see Vicious Bite or whatever it's called. Ravenous. Hungering Strike. Close enough. As you see, let's go back up to top and see that kill that just happened. So we have Kha'Zix and Jax both low. Kha'Zix wastes his leap, Jax has Counter-Strike up, hits him with the stun, and Kha'Zix tries his best. They trade ignites, and a simple Q from the Kha'Zix kills the Jax. But if we go down bot, we will see yet again another reason to rewind, and see another kill in the process. So we're going to see the Morgana come in, land the snare. There's going to be the Q from the Caitlyn. One basic. There's the flash. Basic number 2 for the kill. Now they're going to turn on Ezreal. She's going to die. But there's the lockup. There's a basic. There's a basic. Will she win this fight against Ezreal? Can she land one more basic? Can she land a Q? Can she land anything? Is her Tormented Soil up? She does not have Tormented Soil at level 5. What is wrong with this Morgana? Giving a kill to the Ezreal. What? Okay, we have Shyvana taking blue buff and Gragas not taking blue buff. Explain to me why this is a thing? Gragas is has some of the highest mana cost I've seen. I mean, this goes up to 150 if I'm not mistaken. That has no cost. And Body Slam you don't really use, but I'm still saying he spams a lot. I mean, what's the cooldown on this? 9 seconds? And his regen is... per 5, it's that. So, yeah. It's costing him 60 to cast it every time it comes up. And his pool only allows that less than 10 times. So yeah, he needs that blue buff. Okay, so get back here. So let's see what I bought. I went back, bought a chalice, and I bought a chalice. Not much more I can say there. Although we are about to see more action in the top lane, as Shyvana and the Kha'Zix are ready to go after this Jax. There's a ward going out, but Jax knows they're there. Jax is waiting for this. As there's the leap from the Kha'Zix, there's the leap from the Shyvana. Not much of a leap, but manages to keep her under turret to do some nice damage. She's really low, and Kha'Zix can't do much about this because Jax is still relatively high. There's a kill from the Jax. Now will he go in after Kha'Zix? No, Kha'Zix ults, but he will be managed to get under turret. Will he? There is the stun, there is the slow, and he gets the double kill as we see the Morgana ulti killing the Lulu. And Warwick offering me my blue buff, like a good jungler should, unlike that one jungler who's not even a champion. But, yeah, getting offered my blue buff, so I go in there, and it doesn't do enough damage. I try and snare it. Anyway. So now me with my blue buff going back to lane to try and kill the Scourge of mid lane. And I still just hate Gragas. It might just be a grudge I have because one of my friends plays him way too well. But whenever we scrim in mid, I can't beat him. No matter what. Okay, so now with ridiculous amounts of regen, I mean 85, well, let's just say solid 80, because my pool's normally lower than this. Okay, so anyway, we have Warwick trying to escape. Not really going to be able to. Grog's is on his way. I ping, because I think I'm going to be able to help him. Double backs. There's the ulti, trying to do some damage. Although Jax is on his way in. And we'll be able to take the Shyvana I will throw my ball forward, throw it to Jax to try and shield him, but we will see nothing as a Kha'Zix is coming in. Will Jax stay long enough for the Kha'Zix to do any damage? There's the leap, there's the slow, there's the counter-strike, there's the ignite, but there's the ulti. Will we be able to see Jax make it back to his turret? There's a flash, and he is now at his turret. What will he do? He will turn on the Shyvana and grab a kill! Wow, that was exciting. Okay, so now the Gragas is coming back to lane, and I'm already in lane. Now, one of the things I'm really proud about myself in this game, besides the fact that I almost got killed by the, well, hurt by the Gragas, is my CS. My CS is amazing. I didn't change lanes to get more CS, I just do really well CSing as Ori. I mean, 63 at this level. Anyway, there's Kha'Zix with a lead, yada yada, activate that, activate a flash. They don't decide to come in and continue the kill. They're wusses. And yeah. So that's a thing. Trying to get that Grog, I tried getting both of them in there to lower them just a little bit more. But we do have a kill down bot. Let's refresh and just see what happens. So let's turn it on standard camera. There's the ulti coming in. It locks up on the Lulu. We will see the Lulu attempt to get away, and what'll happen from here? We will see the Caitlyn Q come through and get the kill. Now we are going after Ezreal. There's the lockup and the ulti, killing him, but he is able to retaliate and grab the kill. Now back up to mid, Kha'Zix up here. Let's rewind yet again. So there is me trying to kill them after the Kha'Zix, and what will we see? We will actually see me trying to defend myself, but I know he's there. He tries to leap over the wall, does not, and I do some damage. Lands his spikes on me, I shield just a little bit late, and I realize I've got way too many minions on my plate to actually do anything. Although Warwick does come up, tries killing the Kha'Zix, get blast back by the ulti, realizes he can't do anything, so he decides to run away. I managed to get all of the CS here, and yeah. So anyway, my CS at this level is kind of ridiculous, 70. I have almost 3k gold with 0 kills, and that's kind of amazing since, let's see, yeah, like, that's more gold than everyone on their team except Ez, and he's got 3 kills. So I mean, I did really great CSing this game. Also, our team was great with ward coverage. Top, jungle, and bot were great. I didn't ward because I'm Ori, so you kind of don't have to. This is boring. Let's switch to directed. There we go. Let's get another cam. There we go. Jack's taking a turret. But yeah, I really pride myself with how well I did this round on my CS. So anyway, there's the ulti coming in. Will we see that Caitlyn even survive? Nope, we won't. And will we see Morgana survive? Spoilers, nope. And that's that. But we have Warwick on his way down. Blood scent going. Let's just go back down here. Blood scent going. Will he be able to come in for a kill? I don't see one in the inevitable future, as he's attempting to defend that turret in a 4v1 scenario. Turns back on the Gragas. Should have turned on the... Excuse me. Should have turned on the Ezreal to get that kill. Here I am coming down, hopefully able to really do some damage, but they're all gone. I realize this. I see the Gragas in the ward, and I know that these two are already gone. Now, if I would have gotten down there a couple seconds earlier, it might have been a different story, but that's about it with me and Ori. So, there's Caitlyn coming back, and Morgana coming back, and do we have a nice fight coming on up here? Not yet, but it looks like there's one brewing. Kha'Zix is having a lot of issues with Jackson's lane. I mean, the kills in between the two are interesting. It's 4-3 and 1-2. So Jax has actually gotten more kills on more kills than he has. So will he take the turret? There's the leap, there's the Q, and the Jax ulti coming in for no apparent reason. What is he planning to do with this ulti? He is planning to take himself a turret. Doesn't have the energy to do so. Will he be able to get away? He has not a lot of mana for this. He actually does not have enough mana to even cast Leap Strike. There's the ulti trying to pick him off. Will he manage to get behind turret before Kha'Zix can actually do any damage? Lands the Ignite. Will the ticks do him justice? He will not. With 11 health left, the Kha'Zix will live to see another day. So there is Morgana actually blocking the Polymorph, which is wow worthy, because that is a really fast traveling spell. And here is me, not knowing it, but Shyvana's right there. Like, right there. And I didn't even notice this. They really wanted to kill me here. I don't know why. There's me doing all my damage to Gragas. There's the fail Shyvana trying to come in and do damage to me. As I'm going to... I think I shield myself. No, I just give myself a speed buff. And then I retaliate with a Q. Yes? Yes, I do. And yet again, they're going to keep trying to kill me, not being able to do much. And we're going to see her get away and not really caring at this point. My score is 0-0-0. No big deal there. I mean, I'm not feeding and I'm not getting fed. There's a Morgana landing her Q and landing her ulti. Let's see that again. That was amazing. So we're going to see the Shyvana, weak and wounded, running back. And all the Morgana knows is that she is... Oh wait, never mind. Blood Scent's global. I'm an idiot. Didn't see she had Blood Scent on. Still, nice snare, nice ulti, nice flash. Now here's me trying to harass the Gragas a little bit, giving the shield to Warwick. And here comes in Kha'Zix at full health. There's all the damage he can do, but will I be able to survive? Activating my shield as he's taking damage, trying to stay in turret range. Doesn't do anything. I managed to die. Although we will see the Ezreal get the kill on the Warwick, the lockup on the Lulu, nonetheless, as the Ezreal is taking shots at them. Turning around is the Caitlyn. Will she manage to actually get a kill? No, she is There's the Gragas on his way down. Me not being able to do much, the MIA was called. And we will see what happened down here. We will see the Gragas taking a lot of damage, but able to get away. Will he be able to withstand? No, he will not. The Ignite is too strong. And that is that. So, as we see up here, Jax is going after another turret and farming quite happily. Let's see what his CS is at. His CS is 68. Mine's 92. And that's the equivalent of about 4k gold. Yet again, I'm still above a lot of other people with 0 kills and only 1 assist. Now, we will see, yet again, this Jax going all the way in. Will he manage to get the kill? Will he manage to get the kill? Basic, yes! The W did go off with that basic, but he did die to Kha'Zix. As we see over here, me and, yet again, Warwick offering up blue buff to me in mid, so I may become stronger and spam more often. Now, with Orianna, I've been trying a brand new build. The brand new build consists of just getting the Chalice, and just then building up from there. Because the actual damage on the Chalice, sure, it's cheap. It only costs you 2,000 for 90 ability power plus some cooldown. I see that 2,000 giving me 80 ability power plus 20 gold and putting it into a Rabadon's and being able to do so much more. You do more damage, the multiplication of it just swells and just makes so much ability power and allows you just to do so much more. So I don't build my Chalice completely until later. This is just a new build I've been trying, and it appeared to work in this game. Now I'm not sure if it'll work in future games, but we are going to speed this up just a little bit, as yet again I missed some kills. We're backing up. So what do we have? We have Caitlyn going after, there's the Lulu snare, there's the Lulu dead in general, there's the ulti from the Morgana, hitting both of them! But we have now Ez in a low Caitlyn, there's a Shyvana that just, that's why she wall OP, just, anyway. So now we have Warwick on his way in, completely running past them, and they are able to get away, although I am on my way down here for this team fight, and I am ready. I am primed and ready for this team fight. They are down there, I am over here, my team's right here. 3 down there, 3 over here, and Gragas over here with Jax. As we're actually, I'm going to watch this real quick, as Jax actually does back off. But down here, we're going to have a small fight, as the snare was put out on the Kha'Zix, getting them in a nice order. I'm going to try and make sure I have the area perfect. Gonna CC the Shyvana to the point where she can't move. There's the Jax on his way in, not able to do much. Giving him the ball, giving him the speed buff. Will he manage to make it and get any kills? Taking turret, Morgana puts shield on for some reason. Goes in, shuts down the Cossacks. Now it's up to all of us to save him. Will we be able to? As he's taking everything. No, we cannot. Warwick is on his way, but he is by himself versus 3 of them. But he does have the blood set going, so he has a high possibility of getting away, which I do think he does. Yes, he does. As we just leave the Caitlyn down bot, and everyone else went back to bot. So, as we look at the items right now, as she just eats that as ulti, we see that I bought my needlessly large, and I keep forgetting this wonderful thing called boots. And trust me, that's one of my issues, is I forget to buy boots. I have to remind myself. Anyway, let's go back to mid, as you can see me actually going to be able to brawl with this Gragas. And that kill was nothing special. You already seen she was low and about to die. Although, this was funny. She polymorphed her, she locked her up, no damage was dealt, then they ran the other way. 5. So I'm actually able to trade shots with this Gragas now, and let me just drop that. Trade shots with this Gragas. My ability power is roughly 200, and they are ready to gank me. Oh shoot. I just messed up the camera. This looks right. I'm gonna leave it. They are ready to gank me. They are just waiting. Kha'Zix knows I went down here, trying to get me. And then what does he do? He goes after the minions. I actually do see him, but then I managed to steal the minions because he leashed them for me. Such a nice Kha'Zix. Anyway, now there's 4 mid, and the most obvious of ganks is over. We will see me attempting to do some work, as they're all going to be going up and going after Jax, who I think got the memo, because I think he's going to actually run away. Please, Jax? Kha'Zix is right there. Jax, you should run. Run, Jax. No, not to where they can see you, Jax. Oh, this isn't going to end well. Kha'Zix leap, Kha'Zix do damage, Jax retaliates, and what will we see? We'll see his ulti getting popped, but will the damage be enough? No. His ulti manages to let him escape, as Jax is going to try for his life to get away. Here is the Lulu coming in, and why does he retaliate? Honestly, right there, let me just rewind this. As I think, what's Warwick doing? Nothing? I'm CSing. Back up to top. So we have Jax here with with his leap up and enough mana to cast it. He goes after the Kha'Zix instead of leaping to her, turning on his counter-strike and then running for his life. That's something I would have liked to see him try. Anyway, here's me attempting to return because I think... No, I don't have enough for that. I think I'm just returning for mana's sake. Then this is where I realize I can do damage. Because I always forget what parts, like what items and what times in the game I start actually doing damage with my build. I check the bushes because my team is down there, and I'm hoping for a nice little team fight to sprawl out. There's a Gragas coming in after me, but not doing much damage. He wastes the ulti, he wastes his ignite. I try pulling him in, and he gets stuck under turret by the Warwick. Now there's the ulti from the Morgana. Transmobulate does nothing. And will we see anything for the Lulu? No, we will not. But we do see a nice kill on the Gragas. Let's speed this up with direct camera. Because, yet again, nothing important's happening. Bring this up. Just a lot of CSing and things of that nature. So let's see. My CS right now is 155, which is great. Anyway, now we see the Ez getting chased by the Warwick, and nothing's going to happen. But wait, there's some damage, as they are about to get collapsed on. But does Morgana have anything to help here? No, she does not. The Warwick is dead. And those two are going to attempt to escape. There's the knockback from the Caitlyn, and here's me attempting to help the Morgana land the ball, land the speed buff, and she is safe. It's just leave it at she's safe, because I'm making sure of it. There's the ball again, there's the speed buff again, and then Ezreal comes in, hits the shield, and that's that. Although we do leave Caitlyn here for like 5 hours with the Kha'Zix, which, yeah, that kills nothing. And that essentially happens. So, yeah, that's a thing. So, let's see. Now we have the Morgana seeing the Kha'Zix, landing her ulti, but will she be able to do enough damage? Breaking the stun at the last possible second, missing the snare at the last possible second. We'll see this in yeah, that's about that all that matters. So, what is this? Did it just break? It just broke. Well, that's fun. Anyway, the Ezreal just gets caught out and dies. Can I, like, fix it this way? I want to try and fix this. Anyway, yeah, he just dies there. Morgana's apparently level 1 now. What? Morgana? And there's Shyvana teabagging Jax's corpse. Okay, let's see if I can fix this weird mana glitch. That's pausing it. Let's bring up the tab menu and skip to a section. Let's skip back a section. Yeah, there we go. I fixed it. Okay, so let's speed up, as we are going to see a mass of people forming in mid to be able to start a nice-sized team fight. Yet again, my CS is 181. No one's able to compete with that, and I do a lot of damage. Not much survivability at this time, although I do see Lulu pop out for a second. Land my abilities as the Shyvana gets close, using all my skills, forcing her to use all her skills. There's the ulti out, but will we see any real damage? We will! The Shyvana actually ults out as I get the kill on Shyvana with a basic attack. Now going in to attack the Gragas. Gragas is going to try and double back. I'll be able to do too much damage to Gragas, as the Warwick now helps me in and landing another basic to get another kill on the Gragas. I'm debating which way to go because, well, because this. So that's essentially that team fight right there. Not much left. This is where I kill the Gragas. The ulti comes out from the Morgana, and we will see her trying to retaliate or retreat and not able to do so. Now here's me, if I want to go through turret or not. I decide not to, and this causes me to almost get my Warwick killed, as Ezreal, now out of position, is about to be pounced on by Jax. There's the ulti from the Caitlyn. There is Jax being able to kill as a squirrel and grabbing a double kill, as I'm going to assist the Caitlyn in getting out of there so she can live to see another day. Let's bring this up as I speed forward. Yet again, nothing but CS. Orianna's kit, I have to say, is amazing. Like, really amazing. It can help teammates, it can make... It's a free Shirelias if you know what you're doing with it, and it does so much damage. And it has really good sustained damage for team fights and or skirmishes or trade-offs. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is where the next team fight happens. Maybe. So we have Warwick out here by himself, and the Shyvana's going after him. And we see pretty much everyone collapsing, and I am backing into the jungle because I'm afraid of what's going to happen. Now knowing that they're all there, kind of checking Dragon, but realizing that I'm not going to be able to help Warwick. He does go in, landing that. Okay, let's slow this down. I do use my Dissonance to do some damage. There's the ulti from the Morgana, landing on only on the Shy and the Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix sleeps away, gets away from it. I do another Dissonance, and I hit her with 2 basics. I flash for the 3rd basic, getting the kill. Let's drop this. So I throw my ball out there one more time. I activate, or I protect myself from the Gragas that was inevitably going to throw his barrel, and we escape from that fight. So that was a fun fight, as we're going to see them just rip through our jungle and steal some CS. Honestly, I would have been dead at Wraiths if any of them would have seen me. This is kind of funny. I never realized how close they were. They told me to check Dragon, and then I'm just Hold on. Back up. Back up again. Let's go to their Fog of War. There we go. So could they ever see me down here? I'm probably taking Wraiths right now. Ooh. That might have been a glitch, but I appeared on the map for a second. That's interesting. So they never could see me. And wait. They see me at this point? No, they couldn't. Wow. That was kind of amazingly lucky. Oh, the Lulu decided to stay. What? You're kidding, right? You're kidding. Okay. Well, that's a thing. There's Jax getting blue buff. Let's go super speed. There we go. Back to normal speed, right? Yeah. There we go. We've seen the altercation between those two and the call to arms. Kha'Zix's on his way in to help. There's the ulti locking up two of them, but she does get blasted far enough back not to have it happen. There's the ulti from the Ez and the Lulu, but the Jax will not be able to make it out, giving gold to the Lulu quite a bit. As I managed to take the turret during this confusion, and I decide to go in and help. Can I 1v1 this Ezreal? No. That's just the short answer. He's got a Trinity Force, and even with the nerf, it's still bad. Okay, let's see. I've been at this for 3 hours, so you're gonna have to give me a break. There's the ulti from the Warwick and the pool from the Morgana, wasting a flash. She didn't have any other cooldowns up. He didn't know that, but still, I wouldn't have flashed there. Okay, so directed camera, hiding behind the turret. There, didn't even have to say that. That's just instant death. As we are getting ready for the next team fight. So we have Jax coming in, going after the Kha'Zix, now going after the Ezreal, landing a couple nice hits on the Lulu, but there's the spell immune from the Black Shield. Now we will see the ultimate go up on the Shyvana, which is a complete waste in my opinion. Now giving Jax all the shields, allowing him to go in and do all the damage. Now throwing my ball forward, doing any damage I can, having the ball surrounded by me, activating my ulti, pulling Ez in, pulling Shyvana in, getting the double kill. Now we are going to be going after the Lulu and the Gragas. Will I be able to get a triple kill? No, I will not. But there is the Jax jumping in, and there is my triple kill for this game, as we will all be pushing, and there is the ace as I decide to face tank for a couple seconds. There we go. Actually, guys, this is the GG 716 with 223 CS. So, once the game starts to end, I think the GG should be out soon, right? Maybe. I think the GG in a second, because pretty sure we don't take inhibitor on this, or Nexus on this one. There we are. So, if you enjoyed the content provided, leave a like. If you want to stay current, subscribe. And I will talk to you all later.